I think they're still probably in shock. I've already heard that that in Australia at the MCG they're going to name one of the stands after him. I think it's the Great Southern Stand, which I've been to. So that's a great accolade. He's going to get a state funeral, which he certainly deserves. And we feel that he's half English because he played so much cricket here in Hampshire. He's done a lot of things for the English cricket as well as for Australian cricket. And the whole world, subcontinent, they love Shane Warne, and they're probably in mourning now, waking up to the news, or yesterday rather. So the whole cricket world will come together and realise that this guy united so many different countries because of the way he performed and made people want to watch cricket and made people, the youngsters, want to play cricket more importantly.
What's your last name, Rajiv?
Rather Christian, Rajiv rather.
Can you spell it for me?
RadhashanaN.
And Rajiv is R-A-J-I.
That's correct.
Awesome. Brilliant. These guys are also Australian.
Channel 9 Australia.
Oh, that's a Kerry Packer, right? Yeah, it is. Well, I remember Kerry Packer. Sure. Are you still videoing me? So, videoing of the video.
Yeah. What's your name?
Rajiv, R-A-J-I-V.
Rajiv, why are you here?
Well, I live around the corner and I wanted to pay my respects to Shane Warne at the home of cricket. Shane Warne came on 4 Ashes tours, would have played 4 times at Lord's in Test cricket. And he also won a World Cup here in 1999. I think this is a place where, being the home of cricket, that we should come and pay our respects here, like the way they're probably doing at the MCG, which is also Shane Warne's other home.
Did you have any connection with Shane at all?
Well, tenuous. At a couple of work functions when I used to work at Deloitte. There was a cricket event during the 05 Ashes. It was after the Lord's Test, so they were in a better mood before that series went a bit pear-shaped. So we had a 6-a-side tournament. Michael Kasparovich was in my side. Unfortunately, it rained the whole day, so I ended up having a few beers with Jason Gillespie and a few chats with Shane Warne. He was an absolute gentleman, very polite, very engaging. And then in 2006, on my stag do in Marbella, south of Spain, he happened to be in the same bar with my friends, and we all had a chat with him, and Mike Catt was there as well, the rugby player. And Shane Warne had a photo with me, and yeah, again, he didn't remember me from 05, but those are the sort of tenuous connections I've had with him.
What are you able to sum up in any way what Shane Warne's effect here in the UK was?
Immense, in one word. And the reason is because it's England-Australia, the Ashes always raises the pulse, and that's the team that we always want to beat. And considering from 1989, after David Gower surrendered the Ashes in one of the most disastrous tours of all time, series of all time, Australia went on 8 series wins consecutively, and Shane Warne was part of all those series. Well, 7 of them rather. And so that's the effect he had. It was always, how are we going to combat Shane Warne when we go to Australia or when he comes here? They did lots of things. They tried to doctor the pictures to suit, the seamers instead of Shane Warne. That didn't work. And for us, Ashes, Australia was all synonymous with Shane Warne during that period. Of course, there were a galaxy of other great stars for Australia, but for us, it was always about Shane Warne because he did something different, unique. He was a spinner. All the others were either batsmen or pace bowlers, which we had come accustomed to, not to say bored of. We of course loved watching the other Australians, but Shane Warne was unique. He did something that no other Australian player did, and that was bowl leg spin and bowl it incredibly well.
It was entertaining though.
It was Hollywood, and that was his nickname. We loved the glitz and the glamour that he brought to the game. He outthought batsmen. He sort of, and he rose to the challenge. Even in 05 when Australia were losing, he still came out on top with 40 wickets, and he scored runs with the bat. The only thing that disappointed me was that they didn't give him the Test captaincy. Some of the off-field issues, I think they were a bit harsh on him. And I think he would have been one of the great Australian captains. I think Adam Gilchrist was lucky to leapfrog him. He was very junior and only had played about 10 tests, and he took the captaincy away. Well, not on his, it's not just Adam Gilchrist's fault, but I think Shane Warne as a Test captain would have taken Australia even to another level, perhaps better than even what Ricky Ponting, with all due respect, did.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
What's your name again?
Rajiv, R-A-J-I-V.
What's last name?
Rather Christian. R-A-D-H-A-K-R-I-S-H-N-A-N.
All right, thanks man, we'll let you...
Thanks, and yeah.